When you are reborn. I was stabbed into the hospital by Xiao Xingchuan's fans. Look at the white moonlight of the weak willow behind him. In the past, the scene of being bullied, insulted and spreading rumors is vivid in my mind. I turned my head decisively. He said to the reporter's microphone. Jianqiu, I have a headache. 1. Lin Jixian, can you show your face? It's all said. Lu Jiao and I are just ordinary friends. What a disgusting speech you. I open my eyes no. Why the fuck am I in the hospital? What are you talking about? Lu, what's so delicate? What delicate? The man in front of him was dressed in a straight suit and his shoes were shiny. What are you pretending to do now? If you know each other, delete the official announcement on Weibo quickly. He was proud and disdainful and he also grabbed something as a support point. Lean to the north. I didn't expect that I could catch up with the trend of rebirth these years. Xiao Xingchuan the dog is still the hero with Long Out Yin's script. But a smile appeared on the corner of my mouth. I don't want it. I opened my mouth and looked at the man's expression. I feel relieved in my heart. Finally I can faint. This fool knows whether he is holding my infusion tube or not. I closed my eyes with peace of mind. It's okay. If you have come, you will be crazy. When I woke up again it was already dark. Xiao Xingchuan was kicked out by the medical staff on the grounds of maliciously hurting the patient. Xiao Xingchuan is my current boyfriend. In the past I was like my head was lowered. She was extremely doting on him. For him, she even hesitated to break up with her family and hide her identity to be Xiao Xingchuan's second godmother. He also took the initiative to avoid suspicion and not affect Xiao Xingchuan's career. Until this time I was taken a group photo by the paparazzi. I was stabbed by Xiao Xingchuan's illegitimate powder and successfully entered the patient circle. And Xiao Xingchuan is still busy avoiding suspicion and setting up his own gentle and elegant personality. I almost burst into tears. I turned on my mobile phone in a hurry and entered a small composition of 8,000 words. The words were sincere and the words were pearly, just to express my determination to make peace with my family. LOL, the room given by the man will only break the defense. And the family is different. That's a real house. 2. We invite our 3 female guests. They are, the new generation of Xiaohua Lu Jiao, the national goddess Ningxiqiu, and... The host was stunned for a moment. He who had been engaged in the entertainment industry for decades, was stuck for the first time. Lin Jixian. Director Hao Go nodded to him and gave him a thumbs up. And his eyes were full of wisdom. Who? Who are you talking about? Did this sister know that Brother Xiao was going to appear on this program? So she relied on this variety show. Upstairs, maybe you know the truth. The popularity of the live broadcast room is gradually rising due to my presence. The host is worthy of being an old man who has been in the entertainment industry for decades. After hesitating for a moment, he immediately reacted and continued to host the program. We invite our 3 female guests to randomly select one from number 1, number 2 and number 3, and write down their ideal type to see if today's male partner is the person in your heart. Knowing the script well, I picked up number 2 and wrote my ideal type behind it. 185 abdominal muscles, strong, lasting, sports student. The bullet screen exploded in an instant. Damn. This sister knows how to get favor from the public. It's just deliberately trying to attract the attention of our brother Xiao. Although to be honest, the corners of his mouth left tears of longing. The strong control group with me is Xiaobaiwa Lu Jiao. Gentle, handsome and graceful. Lu Jiao's fans praised her for being gentle and kind. What we are talking about is brother Xiao. It's so sweet, I stumbled. CP fans are crazy about swiping the screen. Of course I don't know anything about it. In my opinion, scumbags and bitches are a natural couple and locked to death. 3. You should suffer more when you are young, so that you will get used to it when you are old. I was serious and gave a lecture to the man who was brushing the dishes. It's his bad luck to meet me. The greener Xiao Xingchuan's face is, the happier I am. Unfortunately, Xiao Xingchuan and Lu Jiao won the worst number 1, and needed to earn their own lunch expenses. In order to show his gentlemanly demeanor, Xiao Xingchuan took on all the tasks of washing dishes. It's time for him to witness what it means to. 360 lines. Xing has broken the defense. Lin Jixian, you give me a moderate stop. If we do this again, we will break up. Xiao Xingchuan gritted his teeth and whispered with the camera on his back. The second male guest Jianqiu looked at us hesitantly, and his deep eyes lit up for a moment. That night I had another red. Of course it's black and red. Hashtag Lin Jixian is shameless. Hashtag are you alright Lin Jixian. Hashtag breakup. Hashtag. The entry is very popular. Everyone don't quarrel for me anymore. Everyone cares about whether I fly high or not. Only you care about whether my wings are hard or not, and I will shed tears of excitement. I crossed my feet on the bed, nibbled on the spicy duck neck, and watched with my own eyes a lot of people pouring in under the comments. Who the fuck cares about you? It's really funny. Is Lin Jixian so stupid? This kind of words are sent out. I decisively gave this microblog a thumbs up and commented, look at it all. I only need a few words and others will guess that I am seriously ill. Isn't it caring about me? The comment section exploded completely. Oh, of course Xiao Xingchuan also exploded. Lin Jixian, what do you mean? I pulled Xiao Xingchuan's earth into the blacklist. LOL, I won't delete it now. Will you keep it as garbage and go home for the spring festival? Xiao Xingchuan's public relations clarified that this was a rumor as quickly as possible. Can Lin Jixian get out of here? Knowing that our brother Xiao really likes Lu Jiaojiao, he still has to come to get hot. Laughing out loud, brother Xiao was kind enough to take the initiative to help her. This bitch had to fight back and say that our brother Xiao likes her. Can he die? There is a comment that is out of style. I believe that Senior Lin is not such a person. This pure little white lotus spoke, giving up Lu Jiaojiao. Senior Lin also asked Xingchuan to help me with all the tasks today. She is a good person. Lu Jiaojiao withdrew as soon as she finished sending it. Yo, Xingchuan, the little couple is close to good things. Ah, the CPI knocked is real. No, what does Lin Jixian, an outsider, interfere in the matter of a young couple? This sister has eaten too much, right? The online comments began to be one-sided. I was fearless and liked a few of the comments that scolded me the most fiercely. Hitting is kissing and scolding is love. If you love me, you don't need to hide it at all. 4. The result of staying up late to brush the bib is. The next day I was in a good mood. When I met Xiao Xingchuan, I was holding a copy of Long Outyan's autobiography, and yawning while reading it. Director Hao Go is worthy of being a good dog in the line. In a large sea market, we can still encounter it with a probability of 1 in 10 million. Senior Lin, I didn't mean it yesterday. I really just wanted to say nice words to you. Lu Jiaojiao's face is weak and pitiful, and her eyes are innocent. I gave Lu Jiaojiao a blank look, and I couldn't see it all. Seeing that Xiao Xingchuan was about to start to protect the white moonlight without thinking. It's okay. I also reflected on why everyone didn't trust me last night. I think so, maybe because I'm lucky. After all, even the shit can't push Jianqiu on Bao. My eyes were very straight, and the scumbag's face turned green. But it doesn't matter. The reputation is good and bad. I was so happy that I looked up and stared at Zhang Yufeng. I glared back. Don't think that I'm 185 with abdominal muscles and a great figure. I'm a sports student in my dreams. I dare not fight you. Stare. 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 It's like a cat seeing catnip. It's okay, brother Xiao. Senior Lin has always been a very frank person, and she used to be like this when she was in school. Lu Jiaojiao exclaimed and gagged her mouth in a hurry, with a trace of fear in her eyes. Did I say something wrong? What a pure and pretentious little white lotus. I raised my eyelids and glanced at her. It's okay, it's okay. It used to be the past, and now it's a pervert. I touched the back of Zhang Yufeng's hand and successfully disgusted the pair of scumbags and bitches. Not to mention it feels really good, delicate and smooth. We can discuss how to maintain the skin in the future. Lin Jixian's shameless kung fu turned out to be passed down from the past. No wonder he is so shameless now. Sure enough, it is not unreasonable to look old at the age of 7. Ha ha ha, no, why is Zhang Yufeng the same as his little daughter-in-law? There is no resistance at all. Suddenly, a comment appeared and sank quickly. Everyone, why did Jiao Jiao mention it when she was in school? The success is angry with the White Lotus group, and my mood is shoulder to shoulder with the sun. You touched me, and you have to be responsible to me. The low voice is a little charming and a little grievance. Zhang Yufeng raised the corners of his mouth slightly. He is so handsome. He really suits my taste. I moved back and looked at the book in my hand. Deduct 1 you 2 minutes before resurrection. My voice doesn't change. What should I do if I want to sleep more? This sound is so refreshing. The live broadcast bullet screen exploded. I really don't understand how a person like her can be on the forefront of the entertainment industry. Doesn't anyone think that Lin Jixian and Zhang Yufeng are a little easy to kiss? Isn't the one upstairs awake yet? Lin Jixian is determined to be popular with brother Xiao. How can he like an amateur? 5. At noon, the director changed to a group activity. Cooking. I looked around the people doubtfully, but Zhang Yufeng didn't know it. But I know that no one of them can cook. Jianqiu was the first to quit the chat. I'm really not good at cooking. It's not a human job. She looked resistant. I can't either. It seems that neither I nor Sister Ning have the talent to cook. Lu Jiaojiao saw Jianqiu withdrawing and hurriedly found an opportunity to say. But I know that Senior Lin can cook. The little white flower's eyes turned and did not forget to drag me into the water. On the way to buy vegetables, my face was pale. What's Lin Jixian's expression? Do you think everyone wants to eat what she made? In fact, I think Lin Jixian is already very hard. One person has to be responsible for 6 people's meals, so it's nothing. Director Hao Go looked at the heat of the live broadcast room, and his face was about to burst into laughter. In June, the scorching sun is like fire. I cleaned against Zhang Yufeng's body to draw a little coolness. This person is really strange. His body temperature is much lower than that of normal people. Hurry up and do it. Don't you know an inch of time and an inch of gold? I instructed Xiao Xingchuan to wash and cut vegetables. Who told him that he was not stupid? He had to take Lu Jiaojiao's work together. Finally, after my first urging, he couldn't stand it anymore. Lin Jixian, are you annoyed? I seemed to be stunned and slowly lowered my head. Xiao Xingchuan seemed to finally realize that he was broadcasting live and hurriedly made up for it. I didn't mean that. It's just that the weather is too hot, and I'm a little annoyed. I'm sorry. I raised my head with a moved face. It doesn't matter, Xiao. He breathed a sigh of relief. Anyway, I don't intend to forgive you. Yaxi, his face turned pale again. The live broadcast room is lively again. I thought Lin Jixian would say nothing. Sure enough, she was kind, but it was all a lie. Brother Xiao is just so fierce that he scared me. This is originally Lin Jixian's problem. Brother Xiao didn't really say anything. Of course, these things have nothing to do with me. Jiao, do you have a good relationship with Jixian? I feel that you know her very well. Ning Jiqiu's words broke the calm and strange atmosphere at lunchtime. Lu Jiao looked like she didn't know how to open her mouth. Actually, no, it's just that we were in the same school before, so we will be more familiar. After saying that, she also peeked at me, and her eyes flashed with a smug look. Thank you for your invitation. Don't disturb if you are not sincere. Isn't this little white flower just about the fact that I was slandered and bullied by my classmates before? In this life, I will never fall into such an isolated situation again. I suddenly remembered that in the last life, in order to prevent accidents, they killed people in the later stage and destroyed the evidence. When did you come? Right. A month later. The evidence still has to be firmly in your own hands. They, who can only fight in the future, have no power to turn over. 6. In the afternoon, it is the heartwarming narrative moment of the Love variety show. The question I drew was the impression of the guests of this date. Is there any need to say this? 185 abdominal muscles, strong, long-lasting, excellent figure. I don't even blink my eyes. Our leisure knowledge really doesn't change the original intention. The host gave a laugh and brought the question over. What about Mr. Jiang? When the microphone turned, Jiang Yufeng's eyes were still confused, and he seemed to be distracted. Hungry. It's really like a mang on the back. Even if I don't look at each other, I can feel that resentful look. Well, I can't help it. At lunchtime, I was mocking Xiao Xingchuan. At dinner, I was flirting with Lu Jiaojiao. Madness is a necessity, and I don't know what hunger is for a long time. The host can't continue this word. What about Jiaojiao? Everyone is rumoring that you and Brother Xiao are a couple. Facing the host's slightly ambiguous eyes, Lu Jiao smiled shyly. Brother Xiao is very good at taking care of people, considerate and gentle. I hope the next heartwarming guest will be with Brother Xiao. The host and the audience in the live broadcast room are coaxing. Our little couple is just sweet. I'll bow down first. The staff almost knelt in front of the director's team with a shovel. Director Hao Goddess Ning vomited. Goddess Ning fainted. There was a chaos of soldiers and horses, and the sound of 120's first aid gradually went away. In my previous life it was me. In this life I went to choose dishes and escaped. I didn't expect that something happened. No, Sister Jiqiu didn't touch anything other than lunch today. Lu Jiaojiao's words reminded everyone. Facing so many unkind eyes, I pointed to my brain. Please don't do whatever you want because you have a problem with your brain, okay? With the rhythm here, what's the heart of in? Lu Jiaojiao waved her hand repeatedly, as if she was about to cry. I just think of you before. Before. It's this routine again, and I blanked my eyes unceremoniously. Indeed, there is something I need to confess. Everyone held their breath and consensed, and only a trace of joy flashed in Lu Jiaojiao's eyes. I added 3 more spoons of salt to the rice I gave you today. Everyone's faces stiffened. What does this mean? Who can explain? I understand, the more words will be lost. Leaving aside this atmosphere, Lin Jixian is a little humorous. Director Hao Go seemed to find that the camera was not turned off at this time, and hurriedly turned off the live broadcast. 7. It's really bad luck. That I will meet these 2 people again early in the morning. At the door of the police station is a group of people making transcripts. Everyone's content is similar. In the end, the police only left me and Lu Jiaojiao. The discussion post on the internet has been built for tens of thousands of floors. As soon as I got the news, they began to scold me without any accident. Okay. Thank you for your cooperation. We will inform you as soon as we have the results. The moment I walked out of the police station, I sighed like looking at the sun on the last day of Enlingrong. The reporter's microphone went straight to our mouths. Looking at everyone's expectant eyes, I slowly said, Jianqiu, I have a headache. This time netizens were going to listen to my confession, but I didn't expect that this was all. Ah, that's all? Haha, am I very vague now? It's normal to be a little crazy. Help, this woman is finally crazy. Pretend. Maybe it's deliberately framing Goddess Ning to increase her popularity. I tongue-tied the heroes on my big size. What's wrong with going crazy? Everyone will die. Pretend to be normal and show it to anyone. Gold will always shine. Look at my old iron, will you do it? In the end, the company took back my account. There are various discussions on the internet. Most of them scolded me. Sure enough, the fate of the vicious supporting actress is not fate. That is the stepping stone of the love between the hero and heroine. At this time I have returned to the Lin family. I attended several charity dinners with the parents of the Lin family. Because I have experienced a miserable life, I want to give an umbrella to those who really need help. I donated all the money I have made over the years as a charity fund. The sound of rain fluttered irregularly, and there was a sound of throwing on the ground. Miss Gu, how about we make a deal? When the Gu family was forced by Xiao Xingchuan and Lu Jiaojiao, I threw out the olive branch. If you can firmly grasp Gu Huanyan, the biggest game in this life has a way to crack it. I just left Gu Huanyan's rental house. I saw a man in a gray sweatshirt leaning next to my car. I hesitated for a moment. 185. I was stabbed into the hospital by Xiao Xingchuan's fan, but he was comforting the weak Lu Fufeng's white moonlight 39,103. Male model sports student. Jiang Yufeng raised his eyes and looked up at me, his eyes full of complaints. Do you want to take me in? It's a long life. I actually heard the young master of the Tang Jiang family begging for shelter. Others don't know. As a person who reads the whole book, can I still not know his identity? You don't have a fever, do you? I muttered to myself and reached out to touch his forehead. Suddenly, something rolled in the palm of my hand. It's over. I'm not tall enough. I'm going to make up for it. 8. In a flash of 3 months, Ning Zhiqiu's body has fully recovered, and the popularity on the internet has just subsided a little. Director Hao Go then informed the participation time of the second variety show. The new female guest of this issue is Gu Wanyan. I believe many of you have heard of her name. That's right, I used the power of the Lin family to put Gu Yanyan in. I always believe that home is the most reliable, and men are the temptation to hinder me from going home. At the same time, there is also a male amateur guest who entered the program. I lowered my head. In my last life, he was the one who was instructed by Xiao Xingchuan and Lu Jiaojiao to push me down from the mountain to death. Just because they found out the identity of my Lin family, I was afraid that the matter of the two of them would be exposed and the Lin family would retaliate. My eyes darkened for a moment. Jiang Yufeng accurately captured my emotions and looked at me with an inquiring look. I shook my head to indicate that it was okay. How dare some people come? I'm really afraid that our lives will be in danger. Lu Jiaojiao really has a way of buying people's hearts. Take a look, someone is helping her speak now. Why? If you are afraid, you can choose not to come by yourself. Don't worry, I will be lenient and won't look down on you. I opened my lips slightly and raised my eyebrows. Life experience tells me. Ask yourself less why and ask others why. The third male guest is at least one of the new generation of little flowers. How can he bear such grievances? Lu Jiaojiao saw that the situation was not right, so she hurried out to persuade her to make peace. Fortunately, Director Hao began to assign tasks. The task assigned by Director Hao is to complete the challenge of setting up tents, having lunch, and arranging camping places in groups of 2. The woman is responsible for going out to get food, and the man is responsible for setting up tents. Jiang Yufeng and I are in a group without any surprises. Instead, Lu Jiaojiao wandered back and forth between Xiao Xingchuan and Bu Yi, the third male guest. She is jealous of the competition and competes for the scene. She is worthy of being the heroine. I have no waves in my heart, and I even want to applaud and cheer for them. Look, although sincerity is a must-kill skill, sincerity is always a must-kill skill. I watched the play for a while and whispered to Jiang Yufeng at a volume that Lu Jiaojiao could hear. Yo, Xiao Xingchuan deserves to be named green-faced brother by me. Look at this green little face. Bu Yi and Lu Jiaojiao didn't look very good either. Happiness is always based on the pain of others. When I see them like this, I feel relieved. Lin Jixian is endless. Do you have any quality? Is it the fish that leaks the net of the 9-year obligation? Although, don't you think Lu Jiaojiao's behavior is indeed a little motivated to fish? Upstairs, brain, after washing up, we can talk again. Obviously, we are delicate, kind-hearted and charming, and can't bear to hurt any party. The bullet screen was so noisy that it ended with a group of Bu Yi and his original partner Ning Zhiqiu. But I care about whether Jiang Yufeng can set up a tent. Facts have proved that he is worthy of being a 185 abdominal sports student, and his hands-on ability is really not a boast. Gu Wanyan came to see me once during this period. I hinted that she should be careful of amateur men. We are in the same villain camp, and we only need a look of trust between us. This is a feeling that I have never had in my last life. The enemy of the enemy is a friend. This sentence is indeed true. I'm going to have 8 boyfriends at once. You can chat privately first. I lifted my hair and released my charm to the group of sunny milk dog brothers in front of me. Looking at the burning desire to win or lose in their eyes, I immediately understood that lunch had arrived. No, whose good man Earth is called Weimi 50. I can't eat literature for nothing, but I really didn't expect her talent show to be so good. Laughing out loud, Lin Jixian is not to mention the shortcomings, even the advantages are very clear. Am I the only one who really thinks Lin Jixian's singing is really good? There is no doubt that my not eating for nothing has caused another wave of comments. Since I was in high school, I have been the lead singer of the school music troupe, and my singing skills are not to mention. When we walked back with food in our arms, we happened to see Lu Jiao walking into the tent with several boys full of food in her arms. It's okay. If it really doesn't work, Sister Jiao will sing a song for us casually, just as a meal fee. Several boys waved their hands repeatedly, as if they were refusing something. Instead, Lu Jiao looked at me with a hesitant face, and quickly withdrew her gaze. When I was in high school, I was threatened by others in a small dark room because I sang well. She then showed a textbook-level innocent little white lotus smile. So I'm really sorry. I can't sing for you. Boys, his face was full of guilt. It was said that the goddess remembered bad memories, and this lunch was regarded as a gift. Ah, who is it? It's so cute and kind of our family. Have you noticed that Jiao looked at Lin Jixin several times when she said, "Upstairs, maybe you know the truth. A bitch is indeed a bitch." That night, the entry of #Lin Jixin bully hashtag became a hot topic. 9. At this time, I was being held in the arms of Jiang Yufeng. I didn't see the news until the next morning. It's finally here. I threatened Jiang Yufeng. Jiang Yufeng blinked and stared at me blankly. When he heard me say with an unkind face that I was going to bully you, there was even a trace of expectation in my eyes. We know, this guy didn't hide some of his attributes after we confirmed the relationship. Lu Jiao leaned on this wave of misery, and finally stepped on the soles of my feet fiercely. In the video there was a feeling of raising her eyebrows and exhaling. Xiao Xingchuan relies on high school to maintain the white moonlight, and is not afraid of threats. He is praised and sought after by the whole network. As for me, I naturally became an existence that everyone shouted for. Then there began to be unnecessary black material on my head, including but not limited to playing big cards, suppressing newcomers and deliberately embarring the assistant, etc. Occasionally, there were a few comments that spoke for me, and soon disappeared by other comments. Lu Jiao's latest microblog is, "I hope everyone can forgive people who have done something wrong and give her another chance, just as if I have reconciled with myself." The picture is a photo of whether you want to cry or not, and a pure little face is fully revealed. I turned on the small account and swiped the screen crazily below. It's hard to have this opportunity. Today I finally experienced it once. What does it mean? There are always times when people are young. If you want to cry one day, call me and let me know that you also have today. I'm going to start deleting things in the next 2 days, not deleting the memory, but deleting the only quality I have. I'm a piece of paper crumpled. If someone can smooth me out, I will see that it says roll. Soon my vest was exposed, and the floor under the comment had rushed to tens of thousands of floors. Damn, you will report the account blocking, don't you have the ability to scold me? I was expressionless, picked up Jiang Yufeng's mobile phone, logged into Weibo and began to output. Soon, someone found that something seemed to be wrong with this account. Wait, everyone. This is the Weibo of the prince of the Jiang family. It's a long life. Who am I scolding? Someone knocked me out with a brick. The excited netizens finally came back to their senses. Who were they scolding? There are countless family industries which involve a wide range of people. Foreign royal families have to give a little thin noodles to the prince of the Jiang family. No, is Prince Jiang's Weibo account stolen? This comment got tens of thousands of likes in an instant. I immediately replied enthusiastically. No, because he is sleeping next to me now. 10. That night I exploded again. Lin Jixin, the sparrow turns into a phoenix hashtag. Lin Jixin and Prince Jiang have to say 2 or 3 things hashtag. The gossip from the outside world has no effect on me at all. After all, there is a certain reason for the existence of the security system in high-end villas. I waited until Gu Wanyan told me that the amateur man had attacked her, and she had obtained evidence of his attempted murder. In addition, the video in her hand about the truth about the bullying incident that year. It is enough to make Lu Jiao no longer able to turn over, and Xiao Xingchuan's career in the entertainment industry will never be so smooth again. I smiled slightly and raised my hand to type. Don't worry. After all, cutting the grass does not remove the roots. The spring breeze is deep, and we are only short of the last bit of firewood. The live broadcast of the premiere of the TV series co-starred by Xiao Xingchuan and Lu Jiao is coming soon. As a person who has been silently raping them, I have to give them a big gift. The little white flower in the live broadcast room finally looked panicked, and Xiao Xingchuan's face turned green again. They panicked to stop the big screen. Oh, of course it's impossible. Now this big screen belongs to me. Jiang Yufeng's identity is still very useful. At least he is very skilled in helping and abusing. The audience couldn't believe it. I can't believe that the innocent goddess in her heart maliciously slandered her classmate as a bully. Just because I can't sing on the stage, I want to pull other people down as cushions. In addition, what Xiao Xingchuan has done is not a representative of human scum. Stepping on 2 boats, one white moonlight and one on Kongguang Avenue. Use it clearly and abandon it crisply. What's more, he was the insider of the so-called bullying incident in those years, but he still chose to hide it and let his girlfriend be falsely accused. At this time, Jiang Yufeng and I are already on our way to see our parents. He firmly guarded his mobile phone and didn't let me look at it. Yo, our 185 sports students also have their own little thoughts. With a smile on my face, my heart has never been so relaxed. The police took Xiao Xingchuan and Lu Jiaojiao away at the premiere and accused them of intentional homicide. The police have all the evidence and control the amateur man. Seeing that there was no room for return, the amateur man showed the instructions of Lu Jiaojiao and Xiao Xingchuan one by one. The whole network exploded. I can't imagine. I've always been a fan of murderers. I'm not clean. I'm thinking about how painful Lin Jixian will be when he is hacked by the whole network. I'm really sorry for her. The sky is falling. At this time, bullied and Jianqiu, the national goddess, announced their relationship. The picture is a lawyer's letter. The picture shows that the person who poisoned is Lu Jiaojiao just to make a gimmick. On the one hand, he can suppress me, and on the other hand, he can raise his status. And she and bullied had a good feeling for each other and expressed their feelings through this poisoning incident. The reason why bullied deliberately approached Lu Jiaojiao was to get evidence of poisoning. Facts proved that he succeeded. The success of this pair won the blessings of all netizens. Lu Jiaojiao also tried to cover all the pots on Xiao Xingchuan's head, but there was a mountain of evidence that the police were not vegetarians. Xiao Xingchuan couldn't believe it at first. He felt that his sky had collapsed, and then he bit back crazily. Lu Jiaojiao revealed a lot of ugly things, the biggest of which was deliberately framing her teammates in order to compete for a stage. This pair of dog men and women have done a lot about stepping on their teammates to the top. Xiao Xingchuan is a person. It is unlikely to be the same sweet, and the same bitterness is successful once. The main cook is a color and fragrance abstain. Netizens, you are right. The sky has collapsed. Look at me, everyone. I have always been a fan of Sister Lin. I want to say that Sister Lin really works very hard. She has never played big cards, let alone suppressed newcomers. My fans finally showed up. They had been sprayed thousands of layers by the internet black people before, and did not give up to whitewash me. You can go to see our Sister Lin's film. It's all real. Very, very good acting skills. At the same time, it came with a letter of thanks from the charity. The letter is key to thank me for my long-term support. Only then can more poor people have a chance to survive. The children in the mountains put on new clothes, new shoes, new stationery and new books. One thank you letter reveals the true feelings. It's enough to make people cry. The netizens were silent, and their brains seemed to have just come to their senses. I was specially praised by a central platform, and most of them were encouraged to contribute to society. The overwhelming shouting and cursing on the internet was eventually replaced by a good voice. Jiang Yufeng's Weibo was topped by the hot search at the same time. No matter how the world changes, I will always be with you at Lin Jixian. I stared at the people around me for a long time. What is this? Elm's head suddenly became enlightened. But I still wrote down Weibo honestly. It's my pleasure. Please give me more advice for the rest of my life at Jiang Yufeng. 11. The whole network is trying to whitewash me, and my public-funded love journey continues to begin. The host took the microphone and asked Jiang Yufeng, Mr. Jiang, do you have any complaints about Jixian in your current life? Jiang Yufeng turned his head and stared at me quietly and slowly said, It hurts. My heart trembled, my brother, I don't want to say this. Oh, Tiantianshan. Is this something I can listen to without paying? What hurts? Where does it hurt? Please tell me in detail. Real couples are sweet. Long live the crazy group. I raise the flag for the crazy group. Feng Jiaji is crazy. I like the CP name and Jiang Yufeng will naturally have no objection. Everyone says that Jiang Yufeng is a strict wife. As a party, I just want to say, human model dog, do you fucking try to play new tricks in the same bed? Lu Jiaojiao and Xiao Xingchuan were sentenced to life imprisonment, and I have never seen them. On the contrary, Gu Yanyan had been there once, and her soul was lost when she came out. The red glow in the sky is clearly layered, and the color gradually fades from west to east. She hugged me slowly and cried very sadly. A year before my marriage, I won the Grand Slam and was exposed as a Goldman of the Lin family. Why can I be on the front line when my fans scolded me before? Everything has an answer. My acting skills are really good, and I have cooperated with many internationally renowned directors. When I retired behind the scenes, fans were holding me back. But I'm going to live my own life, a new life. Of course it is a life with Jiang Yufeng. Please give me more advice for the rest of my life. I'm willing. 12. Extra 1. This is Xiaolin. It's so beautiful. It's not as difficult as I expected. Aunt Zhang's face was smiling, and her tone was unstoppable. Xiaolin, our Xiaofeng finally got rid of the rumor of coldness. Fortunately, you are here. Don't worry. If there is anything, the Zhang family will support you. Just do it freely. Looking at the jade bracelet on my wrist, I fell into meditation. Aunt Zhang seems to hate marriage more than Jiang Yufeng. He even gave me Jiang Yufeng's household registration book directly, and I can see it. She couldn't wait for us to get a marriage certificate on the same day. Mr. Jiang, I heard that you are cold with. My bad eyebrows began to deteriorate. This range is only ineffective for you. Does Lin Jixian want to have a try? Some of Jiang Yufeng's hidden personalities were well provoked by me. I don't want to, thank you. Of course, I still couldn't get to bed the next day. Dog stuff, shouldn't I be on it? Ching. Extra 2. Gu Huanyan held a concert. As a special guest, I sat in the front row. He is worthy of being an all-round singer. Gu Yanyan's ability is not good, and the atmosphere of the audience is lively. It is inspiring and touching. The last little sweet song is over. The whole audience became quiet. I realized that something was wrong and just wanted to ask the sisters around me. A man in a white dress appeared on the stage. Jiang Yufeng? He stood in the middle of the stage, looking at her with a gentle smile on his eyebrows. The fans cheered, and the staff guided her to the stage. Looking at all these reactions, Lin Jixian understood in an instant. Turns out that there was a premeditation. Jiang Yufeng slowly bent down, and his eyes were full of tenderness. I suddenly said, "Reach out." Jiang Yufeng didn't know why, but he still did it obediently. Until I saw the ring on the ring finger. The eyebrows are bent. The marriage proposal was held in the presence of countless netizens. In this life, it can be regarded as a 185 sports student, or the kind of person who looks thin when dressed and is powerful when undressed. How did you find out that you like me? I'm thinking that the moonlight is so good tonight, and it would be better to have you. So I came to see you, Lin Jixian, I love you. The prologue of embracing each other, smiling and smiling. In this life I got what I wanted. A ray of afterglow sprinkled on the sparkling lake, flashing, like a layer of broken gold. I heard my voice. I love you too.